I'm never coming for you, Alyssa. As you guys saw, I wasn't touching her. Why would you take out someone who's never going to come for you? That doesn't make sense. What, because you really didn't trust Shan? Come on now. We're not that stupid. We're not that stupid.
Adams here, Challenge Reality News. We're talking all things that Challenge USA. I got the one and only Xavier and Shan. Sadly, they were eliminated. I am so bummed about it. Some of my favorite people to watch. How's it going, you guys?
It's going good. It's going good. We're glad to be here.
Solid.
It was such a crazy episode. Did not think they would actually vote you guys into elimination. First question, Xavier. Are you still on the cookout message list?
I'm still in the cookout group chat. That hasn't changed.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I was throwing a joke, but like, no, I'm still in the cookout group chat.
All right. That's good to know. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Shannon, you look shocked. You looked very shocked when you were sent in. How confident were you that you weren't going to go in, knowing that you were not only partners with Xavier, but two people from the Big Brother Alliance won that daily challenge? Was there anything in your mind telling you I might go in?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Like, I think I mean, when we went back up from the free fall, the first thing I asked Xavier in the elevator was, "You feel good, Bill, right?" And he said he felt good. And so that built a little bit of confidence in me. And I had seen, the way that Alyssa was kind of all up under Xavier, like they were very, very close on the
friendly way.
Friendly way. Sure. They were right. They were very, very close in a friendly way. And, so like, I just, and then also just, I did spend a lot of time thinking strategically. And I was just like, this doesn't make a lot of sense strategically for them to eat one of their numbers, knowing that Survivor would be like biting at their heels. It just, numerically, it just doesn't completely add up. So I was definitely shocked. I heard rumblings in the compound, but it didn't make a lot of sense. And I thought they would have, thought it through. Clearly they were blinded by their revenge and some pettiness. And that's what their game was kind of driven by. And so, yeah, it was shocking. Shocking.
Yeah, my jaw was on the floor when I saw you guys go in. Xavier, did you have any clue? Because obviously you did win Big Brother, and so you do have a target on your back. Mm-hmm. But I was never expecting it from your own alliance. Did you have any clue whatsoever that members from your own season were gunning for you?
So right before the elimination, just before the elimination, David had actually tipped me off that my name was being thrown around, which kind of let me know, okay, my name is being thrown around and Alyssa's in power, which everyone in the compound knows. Alyssa and I, we like this. Like, everybody knew that. That wasn't a secret. As Shan just said, everybody knew her and I were close. So if my name's being thrown around, it's not because people are coming up to them saying, X and Shan. No, no one's stupid enough to do that. If my name's being thrown around, that means Kylan and Alyssa are saying my name, which if they're saying my name, that means we're a real possibility to go in. But at that point in time, it was right before the elimination. It was pretty much right before the elimination. There's only so much I can do. So I was kind of I get they want to take the shot at me. It was never whether or not they would want to take a shot at me. I knew everyone from Big Brother season 23 who was on the Challenge USA would want to take a shot at me. For me, it was just it doesn't make sense for you guys to do it right now. You guys are better game players than that, than to take out one of your numbers when you don't have to. Mm-hmm. You still could have made a big move and took out Cinco, who was the biggest man in the house, or at least thrown him in. But you guys want to take out someone who was literally, Alyssa, I for damn sure ain't coming for you. Kylan, I have no desire to come after you. I'd rather face you in the final than Tyson or Danny. Why would you guys take out one of your own numbers when you don't have to? You guys aren't even on the chopping block. You're in power. Why? Mm-hmm. It was just why? But I thought it did not.
It's very interesting, Xavier, because it seems like you have a lot of the fans and viewers who agree with you, because I'm looking at Twitter And it seems like everyone's saying the same thing. Alyssa just did this for revenge, not gameplay. Do you agree with that?
I think it was primarily like some bitterness from BB23. If it was for gameplay, it's not a gameplay move that made sense to me. It never has. Even when her and I have had discussions, about it, it's just like, well, oh, we were trying to do this. No one trusted BB, so we thought turning on BB would make like Survivor players see that we're more open to working with them. But I'm like, even if they do, you're still at the bottom of their totem pole because they're going to pick a Survivor person over you. So like you have a better shot with more Big Brother players, and then you being at the top of some of their totem pole than being at the bottom of a Survivor pole, where like they might keep you around while you continue to do their dirty work, but then ultimately, if they have to choose between you and a Survivor, they're probably going to take you out. Right, so that was where like even her gameplay reasoning, it was still just like, it's hard for me not to view this as anything but like stuff that had to do with BB23. And this is a completely new game. So if you're basing your decision in this game off BB23, I don't know how beneficial that's going to be to you and how I'm not supposed to view that as just kind of bitterness or pettiness.
Okay. I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think in their head from a game standpoint, I will say this, for Kylan from a game standpoint, he was probably the person I was able to rationalize it the most. Because on Big Brother, I blindsided him, and I'm also a male competitor. So I'm directly adverse to his game. For him, I could make sense of it. You know what I'm saying? For Alyssa, I literally, to this day, I still don't understand it. Because I'm like, Kylan, I get it. I'm never coming for you, Alyssa. As you guys saw, I wasn't touching her. Why would you take out someone who's never going to come for you? That doesn't make sense. What, because you really didn't trust Shan? Come on now. We're not that stupid. Come on now.
Shots fired. Well, speaking of Alyssa,
it's like they tried to say that it was Shan. It didn't have anything to do with Shan. Like, yeah, I don't think that they trusted Shan. I will admit that. I don't think they trusted Shan. But predominantly, the move was trying to take me out. And I'm like, why would you guys? Because think about it. If it was just about Shan, they didn't trust Shan, why was she never a discussion the week prior when she was partnered with DX? Yeah, you can't tell me in that small time frame that y'all distrust for Shan just freaking insurmountable. We can't have her in the house anymore. No, it had to do with the fact that Shan was partnered with me, which I feel terrible that she had to. Her game was a result of things that had happened in a game that wasn't the Challenge USA.
You bring up some good points, my friend. You bring up some good points. Well, and speaking of Alyssa, Shannon, you both had a little tiff on Twitter where it was going back and forth, and you claimed that Alyssa was using the cookout to benefit from the culture. Do you still feel that way? Can you explain more about that?
I mean, I think number one, Alyssa started this. I don't know why she started it, but she started it on Twitter. And I think that she kind of just hung around a group of people that she probably wasn't really invested in, but wanted to still be in the light and wanted to be a part of the hype, and was her way of kind of, I don't know, working through it. But I think she benefited from their success. Yes, 100%.
And so what's, for both of you, what's your relationship now with Alyssa?
I mean, I personally, I don't wish her any bad in the future. I'll never be friends with the girl. But I think Xavier, I mean, they looked like they were close on the show. And I would hope that in some way, if Xavier wanted to be open to it, that they would be able to work it out. But I don't know that I think he would be a good friend to him, but I mean, Xavier.
Are you asking like my relationship with both of them, or like specifically our relationship with yeah, you said Alyssa, so I'll stick
Alyssa, with yeah.
Alyssa and I, it was no secret to anybody that Alyssa and I were probably the closest like people coming from my season. Well, maybe the exception of like DX and Claire, who they're dating, so like it's hard to beat that one. But we were extremely close. We talked just about every day. There were times where we wouldn't talk as much, but that was just when we would have like things just going on in life. We would maybe disappear, but then we would come right back and talk every day. So now I don't think we'll probably get back to that. It's nothing again. I don't have any hate for her by any means. I think she is a great woman. I know her probably better than most people, so I know she doesn't have hate and malice in her heart. But for me personally, kind of trying to protect my peace and my energy, I don't know that I could let her get that close to me again, given that we may see each other on future shows, because it's going to be hard for me to differentiate. It's going to be hard when they're making a game move that's adverse to me for it not to feel personal, you know, especially when from a game standpoint, I can't make sense of it. You know, that I think that's what's been the most difficult part of this is like, I can't make sense of it from a game standpoint to her, and no one else has said anything that's made sense from her game standpoint, why it would make sense. So it's hard for it not to feel personal. To get like a personal game move against you by someone you consider the best friend, it's like, no, I probably need to take a step back and make this more of a coworker kind of relationship. Right. At least for the time being. Will it be like that forever? Who knows? But for right now, I need to, you know, kind of protect me just because I know how I am.
All right. Well, you know, season 2, if it's a rival season, I know who's going to be partners.
Oh my gosh.
See, that's the bullshit that I don't know. I'm not trying to, I know they would pull some like, oh, we're going to partner extra. Listen, no, how about you let me go? Just let me go by myself and compete. Like just let me do me.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Like I said, I'm so bummed to see you both go. I love both of you. I love you, Xavier, on Big Brother, Shannon on Survivor, the song that went with you. Yeah. I loved it. Amazing. Thank you both for coming on, talking with me. And can you give your fans your social media so they can follow you and stay up to date?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not. So go ahead, Xavier.
All my social media is at Xavier E. Prather. Like you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, like all my social media, it is at Xavier E. Prather.
And all my social media, TikTok and Instagram, I think even YouTube is at Chantel M. Smith. Yeah.
Awesome. I'm Benny Adams. You guys can find me on all social media at Benny J. Adams, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks, guys.
See you soon, Benny.
Easy,
bye. Thank you.